Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and welcome to another episode with the Country Slicker. Today we're going to take a few minutes to talk about how to safely off-road by yourself. Sometimes it's tough to get a group together, but that shouldn't stop you from going out and enjoying the woods. Today I headed out by myself to enjoy a great day in the middle of the week. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay with us as we go through a few quick tips on how to off-road by yourself safely. This video is brought to you in part by Toy Factory Fab, North Shore Off-Road, Alberta OHV Trail Riders. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode with the Country Slicker. So we're out today in Ghost Palouse again. We got a bunch of fresh snow. It's looking good. We're just getting ready to air down the tires, and we're going to offer a few tips along the way of wheeling by yourself off-road, specifically for people that are beginners and want to get out, but it's hard to find people, or you're getting funny days off like me where you're off during the week. We'll go through a few tips and tricks just to make sure you're playing safe and you're still getting out there and having fun, but you're doing it in a safe manner. So stay tuned, guys. Be sure to smack the subscribe button, and let's get out there. What? Good morning, you guys. It's like 6 a.m. We're just headed to the gym before we're going out wheeling, but there is some snow today. This is gonna be sick. Awesome. Fresh tracks, buddy. Legitimately, there's probably only like 3 inches of fresh snow, but in the mountains, that could translate to like an extra 6 inches of snow, which turns things from like a fun day to an interesting day. Right, first things first, just got out, lots of fresh snow. No one's been here, pretty secluded. It's a Wednesday, so kind of midweek. Nobody's really out here, but we're gonna go ahead right now and air the tires down, go down to about 10 PSI just so we can get a little more grip in the snow here. See the difference there? So that is before airing down, that afterwards. So you're getting much more contact, much more sidewall. We have aired down, we've gotten the sway bars off, which is kind of first and second steps once you get to the trailhead. Big thing that that is super important whenever you're wheeling alone, especially, check your winch. So pull out your controller, hook it up, make sure your winch goes in and out. It sounds dumb, but sometimes a fuse pops or something changes from when the last time you used it. You don't want to be pulling cable and then figure out the time of that, oh my god, my winch doesn't work. So make sure you pull it out, give it an in and out real quick, which is perfect. The other thing to check right away is, all right, do you have anything leaking from your truck? Is there anything that you didn't notice maybe before you left the house? Super important. Let somebody know where you're going, okay? For me, I've got my partner at home, so I would say, okay, you know what? I'm going to be home at 7 o'clock. If she doesn't see me by 7, then she knows. She needs to start looking for me. If I don't hear anything by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I need to start reaching out to people. Luckily for you, the off-road community generally is amazing. So if you have an off-road group that you're part of, it doesn't hurt to throw a post up and just say, hey guys, you know what, I'm heading out to this area. This is the trail I'll be running. And if you guys don't hear from me by so-and-so time, make sure to come out and take a peek for me. So it's the bush. Sometimes you blow a tire. Sometimes you have a malfunction or a breakdown and you need to fix it. A lot of the times it's no issue. You're just taking a few hours longer because you had to monkey around with something in the engine bay, but sometimes some people do get hurt. You get stuck where you can't control it and you're walking out, things like that, especially in the winter. You want to make sure you've got a contingency plan to get out of there. Another big thing to remember whenever you're going to be off-roading, especially in the snow, 4 low. 4 low. 4 low is going to give you a better crawl ratio. It's going to lock up all 4 tires. It's going to turn your traction control off on some of the newer cars, so very important to throw it in 4 low, not 4 high. That's going to make a big difference when you're crawling up hills, specifically when it comes to snow wheeling. So on that note, let's get onto the trail. Let's go, go crawl around a bit and have some fun. so as we're crawling through here, reading the snow conditions, getting a feel for how conditions are. Now there is fresh snow, but I mean, there's not as much as we kind of thought out here. We're about an hour and a half out from Calgary right now, and there's snow, but there's not that much. So there is still a lot of ice underneath. So some of these hills are probably going to be difficult as per usual. So yeah, lots of skinny pedal. Brought the chains with me. Again, contingencies. So have chains with me. I don't love putting chains on. I prefer to just kind of air down and crawl up stuff. But if needed, we're going to throw the chains on, and that's it. Into some fun now. Here comes the first big hill. Yeah, that big hill was fun for sure. That was a little bit of skinny pedal. So we are far back here. We're about 2.5 hours into this trail, roughly 25 kilometers back. And again, no issues. We're solo wheeling. There's nobody else here. We have no cell service. Everything's totally safe. You just got to make sure that you're monitoring things like, is the truck running good? Is the trail conditions within my means? It doesn't take much to just make a left and accidentally go off the bank, or accidentally hit a tree, cause a problem, get stuck. Even if you just stop on a hill and then keep going, right? It's very easy to get stuck. So everything is going super well. We're having a lot of fun. The snow conditions are awesome. Just with that extra little bit, that extra 3 or 4 inches on top, we're getting lots of traction. Tires aired down, 10 PSI. We're moving like nothing. So no lockers today either. But as aforementioned, we do have tire chains in the back. We've got a working functional winch out front in case we do get into anything hairy. So we've got some ways to jimmy around stuff if we do run into a hill that's too hard or anything like that. So let's keep going on the trail and sort of see where this takes us as we kind of crawl up higher and higher and then drop down. Specifically where the slopes have been sun affected, you're seeing a lot of ice build up, and my truck's starting to kick out a little bit on these hills. So we'll keep it going and yeah, see what happens. Quick note, there's only 40% of the people watching this are subscribed. So you know what, if you're still watching right now, be sure to smack that subscribe button and show a little support. We always appreciate that. Pretty fun actually. Lots of ice underneath, so just keep it on the skinny pedal the whole way up. Lots of skinny pedal. Exploring in the back 40 by yourself can be one of the most rewarding and exciting experiences. There's something amazing about the silence while you're back here. It gives you time to think as well as really get in tune with yourself as well as your vehicle. Some of the best times I've ever had have been in the bush by myself. As long as you do it in a safe manner, it can be the best time ever. we talked about checking the winch at the start of the day. This is why, because now I'm buried and we gotta pull cable. Oops. All right, just made it to Margaret Lake. Gorgeous, 0 wind, so we're gonna have a fire, make a little bit of lunch, and then keep on going on the trail, so stay tuned. The pit vipers will do for eye protection. Lots of coverage. Scavenger hunt for everybody coming out to Margaret Lake. If you can find this fort, like that, eh? Isn't that cool? Love this little fort. Just hidden, just off the main road. You guys do your best to find it. It's pretty cool. All right, fire's on. We're just making a couple of hot dogs and then heading back out. But thank you so much for watching. If you guys are still with us, make sure to subscribe. But yeah, solo wheeling, not a big deal at all. Just make sure your stuff's running well. Make sure that everything that we covered as far as emergency equipment you have in the truck. And that's it. Anyways, until the next episode, Country Slicker out.